we complain so much sometimes that even even let me use the word, God is tired of our complaints sometimes. Because looking back at the story of the children of Israel, right? Even after being in slavery for so many years in Egypt, right? And now they are finally out of Egypt, right? And that story is so mind-boggling, right? Because even the Red Sea was split open right in front of them. The Red Sea was open in front of them. God did so many miracles, in the sight of the children of Israel, right? But still, the children of Israel, time after time and time again, they still kept time and time again, they kept on doubting God. They kept on asking, "Oh, Moses, did you bring us out of Egypt, to die? You should have left us in Egypt to die. We would have had peace." They were, even after the countless miracles, after the countless manifestations, the countless things that God did in their eyes, they still open their mouth and they still complain. I'm here to ask you, why are you still complaining? Like, if you look back at your life, right? Look back at your journey, right? You would see that God has been there all through. God has been in the picture all through. There has never been a season of your life that God was not there. Like me personally, if I look back at my life, right, even up to where I am right now, even though I am not where I want to be, or I have not I have not gotten to, basically, but at least I can see that, looking back and seeing the way my life has played out, right, I can see that God has been there all through. And I can see it is evidence that if I was given the opportunity to plan my life and execute it the way I want, right, it would not be as perfect as it is right now. I don't know how to, my life is not perfect, but it will not be I would not be where I am today. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, let's stop complaining. God has been there with you through everything that has been happening. I believe there's countless number of things that has happened in your life, right, that you can look back and you can actually, if you are honest with yourself, you can actually tell yourself that, yes, this one definitely was God. There has definitely been times in your life where God did things in your life. God has always been there. So God is a loving Father, and the Bible tells us He's our ever-present help. God is never tired. There is no war, there is no battle, there is no trial, no tribulation, no situation that will make God back down, or that is greater than the name of Jesus. Come on. So stop complaining and let's just trust in God. Just trust in God to He who began, God, I can't speak. He who began a good work is able to complete it, and definitely He will complete it. The Bible tells us we will not be put to shame. The book of Exodus 33. He says we will not be put to shame, for the Lord is with us. We will not be ashamed. Right? So just rest your mind and have peace. Just have confidence, knowing that, hey, God who started a good work in my life is able, capable, willing, and will complete it. Right? The only requirement is that you trust and obey. Trust and obey. Just keep steadfast in your devotion, keep steadfast in your trust. Just keep steadfast in the place of prayer. Philippians tells us, be anxious for nothing, right? But in everything with prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, make your request known to God. Make your request known to God. Instead of complaining, pray. Instead of thinking, pray. Instead of worrying, pray. Don't overthink yourself and over worry. Worrying does not bring any solution, right? Worrying about a particular thing would not solve it. It would only give you mental stress, right? So I believe this message blessed you. Do well to like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Leave a comment. What else? Subscribe. I've said that one already. So bye bye. See you next week. See you next Friday. Bye bye.